Hello everyone and welcome to part 3 of the Discovery Set for Zoologist Fragrances. Now, today we are going to smell, well, not today because it's the same day, but you know, in this video, we are going to smell 4 other fragrances. Just opened a fresh batch right here, and I will choose the first 4 fragrances. So today we are going to smell Nightingale, then Panda, ooh, Rhinoceros, ooh, I know you, and Sloth, which I think is a more recent launch. So let's see how these smell. Let's see how Zoologist envisions the Nightingale. Oh, the inside of the pack is very red. Oh, and the smell is very red as well. Lots of rose in this one. Lots of nice fruity rose. With a bit of leather. With a bit of leather and maybe violets. Or maybe both. Oh, this is lovely. This is a rose, violet, or iris, leathery. Oh God, oh God. I think this one found me home. It's right up my alley. This is done by a Japanese perfumer. I can tell by the name, Tomo Inaba. Messengers of spring arrive, bearing gifts that bring smiles to faces dulled by winter's chill. The joyous song of the nightingale accompanies vibrant fuchsia-colored aromas of Japanese plum blossoms. It's true. It is so true. My goodness. It is very lovely what I'm smelling. Oh! As they spread, infusing the tepid air, it marks a fleeting moment of emotional awakening. To some, a time for celebration and fresh starts. To others, a countdown to a departure for unknown horizons. Zoologist Nightingale is a pink floral chypre that will melt your heart. It opens with rich scents of saffron and rosy, powdery, tart Japanese plum blossoms. So it's plum blossoms, enveloping the core of the perfume like a luxurious silk kimono. Deep and warm aromas of oud, patchouli, moss, incense, and ambergris seek to escape, seeping from the ruddy petals to create a composition that's complex and at the same time simply desirable. And look at Mrs. Nightingale there in a kimono. Look how fancy she is. This is one, again, it's too soon because in the last video I said about Dodo that it's one of the most beautiful scents I've ever smelled. This one as well is one of the most beautiful scents I've ever smelled. It's so delicately floral, but enough. I mean, you know, with you know me and my powdery scents. This is very, very powdery, and it's rosy. It's definitely rosy, but I think there's a bouquet of flowers in there, because there's also, you know, roses and berries do mix quite beautifully in fragrances, but there's something of a tart. You know, they cited that plum. I can feel the plum. I can feel the plum, and I've, you know, plum. I don't think I've ever smelled a more luscious plum in a fragrance ever since I smelled that fragrance from Guerlain, Parure, which is a beautiful bygone chypre that's dead and buried. It's a beautiful unicorn, but it was a plum chypre, you know, just like Mitsuko is a is an abstract peach chypre. This is Parure was a plum chypre, and this has all the elements of a chypre, a floral chypre, but with this wonderful zesty plum, and it's amazing. And it has that leathery, lipsticky vibe. If there aren't violets or iris in here, I'm going to riot. The notes are bergamot, lemon, saffron, Japanese plum blossom, red rose, and violet, yes. Ambergris, moss, incense, labdanum, patchouli, musk, sandalwood, and oud. My goodness, what a scent. Because, you know, Nightingale was never one of the most hyped fragrances from Zoologist. It wasn't Dodo as well, wasn't one of the most hyped fragrances. I think Bee is the most hyped fragrance, and Bat, and for good reason. They are wonderful fragrances. I love Bee, but this Nightingale is one of the most, because it's, you know, it's one of those fragrances that kind of reminds me of, you know, Messia from Chanel, Putain de Palace, to some extent, even Angel's Dust, but it's amazing to me that these fragrances, there are so many fragrances in this area, and all of them, well, not all of them, but most of them do manage to stand out sufficiently enough that I consider this to be extremely romantic. This fragrance has such a potential to turn me turn my world upside down. It is amazing. It is just simply beautiful. Because I think it's the addition, I mean, it's the leathery violets, for me, what makes it truly special. It's truly about lipstick. And it has that incense. They cite incense, labdanum in this as resins. But this is one of the most beautiful chypres I've ever smelled. It's just amazing. Oh my god, this might be the third fragrance that stole my heart from this discovery set. My goodness, what a scent. My goodness, I have to wear this on the skin, and this is the last fragrance I will the last video I will shoot today. So at the end of the video I will spritz this fragrance and I will wear it. Such an amazing, Jesus. All right, let's get on to Panda. Oh, Panda. Oh God, this is beautiful. Another one. What are you doing to me? Look at Mr. Panda there in black and white. Panda is very bubblegummy, but not in a, you know, usual kind of way, in an ordinary kind of way. It's not at all unpleasant. But it's a bubblegummy, slightly minty fragrance that I believe is fruity floral. But there was something that it's gone now, but there was a green aspect to this, but it's gone now. It was a very bright lime sort of green, shade of green, that was very grassy, but I can't feel it anymore. It was something very, very camphorous. There's something berry-like to this, almost in the realm of raspberry. But this is such a joyous scent. It's joyous, it's modern, it's youthful. It's so easy to like. Such a beautiful daytime fragrance. I mean, daytime as in solar, as in dare I say there's something citrusy, floral, as in orange blossom maybe. Oh, I love it. Let's look on the notes. I'm very curious. So, an encounter with a lovable panda is as unforgettable as the exotic forest it calls home. Like the majestic mosaic of dewy greens and enchanting aromas of florals and fruits, this creature exudes a vibrance as light and playful as a Sichuan breeze. The opening of the oriental fragrance. Well, I wouldn't call this necessarily oriental, but there is something of kind of reminds me of Amouage's Epic Woman, funnily enough. So yeah, truly oriental, I guess. Envelops you in a joyous embrace. Osmanthus, magnolia, lily, and juicy apple tumble over one another in a happy melee to create a moment of pure joy. As the scent gently settles, you find yourself meandering through a shadowy corridor of bamboo where subtle hints of jasmine, amber, and musk speak out from behind fresh green leaves, leading you to a tranquil oasis. And the quiet calm, carefree exuberance rolls over you, lifting your spirits to a magical place where panda roam and play. Oh yes, it quite reminds me of Amouage's Epic Woman now. It's starting to darken quite a bit. While still, because, you know, Floral Sheeper, right? Big perfume. Amazing big perfume, orange, Epic Woman. There's something extremely, well, I said playful, but there's something you cannot quite grasp in this fragrance. It's a jumble of so many things. And I think that the final, you know, the sum of its parts is something very, very modern, very contemporary. And there is something, because I don't believe that my that Sister Nightingale is projecting from far over there, but there is something leathery in this as well. So top notes: apple, magnolia, mandarin, lily, osmanthus, ozone, tea. And then you have amber, earthy notes, jasmine, orris. That's where the leathery things come from. Patchouli, then civet, musk, sandalwood, and vanilla. My goodness, this is luscious. This is again a chypre, so you know me and my chypres. It is beautiful. You have to try Panda. You have to try Panda and Nightingale. My goodness. I think it's getting better and better. I mean, there weren't many letdowns. I should say Beaver, Civet, and another one were, well, you know, almost letdowns. I think another one. I don't remember the other one that I didn't quite enjoy as much as the others. But this one is definitely not a letdown. So at the end, when I finish this, I will want to do a recap of all 25. So this will be interesting. But it's already starting to get clearer because I can remember the ones I truly preferred. However, I will have to smell them again. And, you know, this might change the podium a bit. This might change it. So next we have Rhinoceros. Now let's smell Rhino. I don't remember if I smelled Rhinoceros, but I am expecting a huge leather, because why not? I think I'm sure I smell T-Rex, which is, you know, dinosaur leather. That one's like a bulldozer, but we'll get to that. Oh, Rhino. Rhino is a bulldozer as well. Rhino is a fruity leather. Very fecal, into the realm of dung. Quite barnyardy, which is always a good thing. I love challenging scents. Oh, Rhino, what are you doing, Mr. Rhino? Stop squinting. Look at the way he's playfully squinting at you. He knows what's up. He knows what's going on. So it's a vegetal, deep, smoky, animalic, unapologetically raunchy leather, which bring it on. But there are notes of there's aspects of fruits in this which kind of balance the whole thing, and it does keep me interesting. I mean, it's not a dry fragrance, it's not a dry leather. It's quite humid actually, because, you know, I think rhinos like to bathe as well. And there is a resinous undertone, a resinous potent, I really don't know. It's like smelling earwax. You know, it's not a pleasant thing, not at all. Very interesting. I mean, you know, it's something acidic and bitter. It's almost, you know, it's just like the smell of earwax, which is truly disgusting, earwax in itself, but not rhinoceros. Rhinoceros smells great. I think it's that mixture of resins, leather, dung, and the green notes. And it also has very, very fougere elements as well. It's very woody. It's very herbal. Let's read the description. Under the searing gaze of an unrelenting sun, the ornery rhinoceros surveys his dusty territory, a tough, battered hide in his armor against the erosive onslaught of sand, whipped into a frenzy by a hot, merciless wind, as he stands strong, defending his domain. On the first spray of Zoologist Rhinoceros, heady notes of sweet rum and whiskey. I wouldn't call this a boozy scent. I would have called it a acidic, fruity smell. Interesting. Collide with mellow coffee before the scent settles into its lingering journey. Rich leather, oud, and incense are carried in a cloud of smoky red tobacco. That must have been it. Yes, because it's very sour. That tobacco definitely has a bite. Tobacco along a dusty amber path dotted with hints of patchouli and moss. Rhinoceros is a sophisticated and robust scent that makes a bold, unapologetic statement, and that it is. Go forth and explore your world. Don't ask permission. Well, that's a beautiful scent. Might be the first one on my list. I love it. I love Rhino. So the notes are pink pepper, whiskey, coffee, rum, basil, leather, incense, tobacco absolute, fleuve, I don't know what that is, ylang. Well, I wasn't expecting ylang in this as a note. It is a wonderful scent. It is just... And the fact that all of them, without exception, are just, they feel so natural, not in terms of, you know, ingredients. I don't care about that. In terms of, as a whole, all of the fragrances smell like something you might smell in nature. This smells like a blend. This is very heavy on the tobacco, so people who are fans of leather tobacco scents, you should definitely try Rhinoceros. Have you been smoking, Mr. Rhinoceros Man? But this blend just looks like something you might find, smells like something you might find in nature. And all of them are familiar scents. All of them. Not because they're common or ordinary, but just they have such a pleasant familiarity. They're not alien to me. And let us go to the final fragrance for this video, which is Sloth. Sloth is an explorer. Do truly appreciate the concept behind this niche house. It is done just so well. Just so well. I mean, think about it. This could have gone so terribly wrong. It's a good idea, but they implemented it so wonderfully. Huh. No, really, just earlier I said that this, all of them smell familiar. This doesn't. I've never smelled anything like this. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm smelling. If I were to make associations, I would say something floral. Gummy. It's like I'm smelling a sort of resinous floral gum. Almost like with elements from bees. That's like something waxy, sort of like in the realm of honey. I don't know what I'm smelling. Is it interesting? Definitely. But it's interesting the association with you know, sloth. I have no idea what sloths eat. I'm assuming they have a vegetal diet. I'm assuming they eat leaves, because they do live in trees. And the scent is definitely woody, almost green, but it's nowhere in the realm of anything familiar. And this intrigues me. But again, it is a natural smell. It is something it does evoke the smell of nature. It's not like I'm smelling an industrial factory setting, right? I'm still in nature. I'm somewhere in a jungle, maybe. It's a very humid smell. Just slightly spicy. And there's something very soothing to this smell. It's a very pleasant smell. It's something that kind of calms me. Almost puts me to sleep. Like it makes me feel lazy, like a sloth. Interesting. Have to read about this. Oh, look how beautiful the inside is. Now let's see. So, this was done by the same perfumer as for this version of not the original, the current version of Bat. With its vibrant sun-dappled hues, the dense rainforest beckons invitingly, yet within its misty depths, countless dangers lurk, slinking across the forest floor. Dangling high among the treetops may seem a dubious defense against peril, but for leisurely sloths, the forest canopy offers a protective shroud. Safe in their leafy fortress, the sluggish creatures move so slowly even moss overtakes them. Yes, it's true. They snooze in a cradle of moist green aromas, oblivious to the chaos below. So playful. I love these descriptions. Zoologist Sloth captures the tranquility of the sleepy beast in a soothing green essence. As it settles on the skin, Sloth carries one up to a place where stresses simply tumble away. As I said, it calms me. There's something very soothing about this scent. My goodness, what an artistic element this has. Oh no. It awoke. It's awake. Okay, so the notes are chamomile, acai berry, lavender, violet leaf, marigold, beeswax, anise, yatamansi, which I don't know what it is, jasmine, cumin, hay, frankincense, myrrh, mushroom. It's not very mushroomy, I must say. It is earthy, but not very mushroomy. Oak moss, vanilla, and tonka. Very, very interesting on the notes, but I was expecting that, you know, after I smelled this, after I saw the notes, I would maybe understand the fragrance a bit better, but I don't. I cannot isolate anything. Well, maybe with the exception of marigold, because it does have that sort of medicinal, bitter, woody thing I normally associate with patchouli. Is there patchouli in this? This has to be the 10th time I'm asking this. Is there patchouli in this? I don't know. No patchouli in this. But marigold. Do I smell chamomile? Not so much. Such a beautiful, calming scent. I am in awe with this scent. It doesn't come across as particularly resinous, but let's see what yatamansi is. It's a plant from the valerian family that grows in the Himalayas. I'm reading from Wikipedia, and it does yield an essential oil. Soothing? With chamomile, definitely soothing. I have no idea what that smells like. I should say something in the realm of marigolds. And let's see what else seems familiar. Beeswax, definitely beeswax. I should say oak moss as well. But that's about it. I mean, there's nothing familiar in this. This is wonderfully new, wonderfully intriguing. Such an intriguing scent. I love it. So I'm going to stop here for today, and tomorrow I will try to film the rest of this discovery set, because we're halfway there. I think 3 more videos, and probably in the last one I'll do a recap of all of them if I'm able. But this video, I mean, there were so many scents that I truly loved. That Nightingale, Panda, Rhinoceros, and Sloth all were solid fragrances. It's going to be very, very difficult to choose between all of them. So if you have any other questions, do let me know in the comments, and until next time, remember, fragrance creates memories, and may yours be happy.